Alright, hey Shima and everyone else watching this. This is me, Lydia, here with a video response because I couldn't let Shima and Jack put up videos and me not have one up as well. So I'm not going to edit this, I'm going to try to go through it quickly and not ramble on too much. So, addressing the questions that Shima had for me specifically, she asked me to please explain my relationship. So Shima, I'm going to explain my relationship with you. Whether or not my final two with you was tighter or more solid than my final two with Jack, and whether or not I respect you as a player. So, you were definitely my first ally in the game. I really enjoyed getting to know you, and through Jack's coming at us, we definitely became fast friends and a great alliance. So, you were the first person that I committed my allegiance to, and I intended on sticking with you the whole game if I could. And then, whenever Jack revealed himself to me, things did change a little bit. Obviously, Jack and I have a history before this game, and I didn't know, but he found out who I was earlier than when he revealed himself to me, and he still came after me, so, it's not like we planned this out or anything, but at that point, I definitely realized that I had to rethink my game, because that's whenever I think our alliances were starting to fall apart as far as, like, Queso had left, and Eric and Dan, who we were both aligned with, were kind of on the outs. And I knew that at that point people were coming after me. And up until that point, I had thought that you and I were kind of targeted as a duo, but I realized that Jack and I soon became the biggest targets in the house. So having the previous trust with him and knowing that he was going to be targeted as much as me, I knew he was going to be important to my game. So that's when I struck the final two with him. But I totally intended on sticking with you and Jack both as long as I could, and then kind of, just rolling with the punches when I had to. As far as the week whenever Jack nominated you, he knew where I stood with you. He knew that you and I were close, which is why I suggested the alliance with me, you, him, and Ashlea. But at the same time, I kind of knew it was probably a lost cause with him because I knew he had strong ties with Ashlea, Allison, and Jeff, all of which I think he had final twos with as well. So I kind of didn't think there was much that I could do to save you. Just that excuse me not maybe speaking up more. Of course not, it doesn't. I probably should have, went to bat for you a little more, but I didn't, and I can't really go back and change that now. However, as far as once the week was ready for the vote to begin, obviously I knew Allison was the swing vote that week because I knew Ashlea would probably do whatever Jack said. And at one point, you had assured me that you had Allison's vote, so I really didn't know that there was any campaigning to do until last minute whenever Allison kind of came to me and explained that she was voting for you. So I do apologize. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm making excuses. I didn't really go to bat for you that week because I thought for a while that you were safe. And for the most part, whenever you were up for votes, I knew that you were really good. Your strength was, being social and, like, saving yourself with those votes. My strength was saving myself with competitions, unfortunately. I think that's how we complemented each other well because you had the social side of things, I had the competition side of things. And finally, I definitely respected you as a player. I recognized from day one that you were going to be someone that I wanted to align with because of that reason. And up until your eviction, I respected you. I knew I could trust you. Unfortunately, I was playing alongside Jack as well, so my allegiance was kind of split there. But it didn't make my respect for you at all go down. So maybe this comes as a shock to you that I was playing kind of both of you guys, but I was playing the game and I had a lot of fun, and I'm glad that we met each other. And at the end of the day, if your vote goes to Jack, that's fine. I mean, it's a game. I don't expect your vote just because we were closer friends in the game than you and Jack. I want you to vote for whoever you think played the better game. And at this point, I think that Jack and I both played good games. So you guys have a tough choice to decide. Finally, you said to compare you to a Big Brother player. Jack has already posted and he said Rachel Roddy, who I think is a good comparison. Unfortunately, I haven't watched a lot of Big Brother seasons, but I think you're a dynamic player, so someone that I think was a dynamic player was Janelle. I think she had the social side of things. As far as your comparison to Shima, I think you played a better game than Shima did. Obviously, Shima was kicked out of her season, so I wanted to compare you with someone who was more like the dynamic in the game and had a presence, and I think Janelle definitely did. So that's kind of why I picked you with Janelle. You both have outgoing personalities, so I think you match well with Janelle. Maybe not a perfect match, but I think it's a match nonetheless from the people that I've watched on Big Brother. And finally, you asked if I've used any government assistance, and I have not. I am not currently using any sort of government assistance that you named. So I think that is all. So if you guys have any further questions, or Shima, if you have anything else, add them in the comments, and I'll be sure to address them before the deadline. So best of luck in your vote, and thank you for addressing us in the video. It made it a lot of fun. So see you guys.